Welcome back, CSE 121, to part 3 of our EX9 turtle polygon colors. And so far we did the turtle polygons with the colors. We'll just do one last thing. Since the last video was a little longer than I anticipated, this video will be much shorter. And what we'll do here is we'll actually just make a random number of sides on here. We already have a variable for sides that was defined as 5, but what we'll do is we'll make that random. Now, one thing to do here, we don't want to use the same random number because then it'll match up. It'll always be, you know, red, green. It'll always go in the same order. So we do want to generate another random number, but actually instead of a random number, we could do something called random choice, which actually pulls from a list. And you know, if you look up random choice, here's Geeks for Geeks, and here you can see random choice. So it's just random.choice. So instead of rand int, it's rand choice, and it'll just pull from a list. And since we're using a list, it's actually perfect. So that's actually a great thing to use here. So we're going to use that, and we could have used this, would have been perfect for this too, but I wanted us to kind of learn the random number thing from what we know and pulling and kind of matching up a random number to that. Then in the future, then we could certainly use random choice. So we're going to do that. So instead of sides here, we're just going to put rand sides, and that'll be from a list. So I'll make a list here after this. And again, it'll be separate from the random number, so that's good too. So what I'll do is I'll do rand sides. I could just use the same variable here, and I could say equals, well, I should make a list of sides. Let me do this first. I'll keep this here. I should probably have a thing called sides list, like I have colored lists. So I'm going to do that, sides list, because I want to determine how many sides I want. I want to start at 3, because I wouldn't want to start at 2. And also another thing just to mention, since we're starting at 3, because obviously you can't have a polygon with 2 sides. We're going to do, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, probably like 10. Our triangle, or square, pentagon, I think that's a hexagon, septagon, or heptagon, I think it is. Octagon, nanogon, and decagon are what they are. And not that I really know them that well, but we did this a year ago with polygons, and we displayed names down here. But anyway, now we have our list here, and what we're going to do is we're going to say random sides equals random dot, we already have the random module, so we're just going to call it choice, and then we're just going to do sides list, because that's where it's going to get it from. I don't know if there's a shorter way to do that, but that's what it's going to do. And then sides is basically going to equal to rand sides. So we're still filling in the sides here, and it's going to be using rand sides instead of a number. So that's what should happen there. So everything looks okay. So, you know, this is, well, I don't have to put any comment here. This is random number of sides, so I don't have to do that. So that's all we're changing right there. So we have our sides list of 3 through 10, and then we have our random sides is going to generate from that list a random number, and then it's going to use that, going to use it right here, and then it's also going to use it when it multiplies or whatever, and everything else. So that should work. So we should get random colors and random sides here, random polygons and random colors, and it should be pretty exciting once I hit this run button. Wow, look at that. There's a perfect, like a stop sign. And then we have another one. It looks like there's an odd number there because it comes to a point there, so that may be 9. A nanogon, that may be a nanogon. That looks like another. That may be the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 4 over here and 2. That's the decagon. There is that one I believe has 7, so that is the heptagon, but everything's working out okay. So we have random colors, we have random number of sides, so we have random polygons and random colors. So this is a lot of fun. So it's hard to stop. I just want to keep hitting this run button and you know, play games to see what random polygon, what random color will come up. But that's it. That's all I wanted to do with this. So, you know, we could certainly do some more. We're going to do more with functions by putting this stuff inside of functions and generating other instances of turtles instead of just Tom that we have here. But that's using some things we already know. We're working with lists a little, working with random number. We just threw in random choice. We're doing some calculations in here. We're pulling a color based on its index number in here when we're making colors. So we're using randnum to be the index number or the index position that's showing up in this list. So everything's going okay. So this is a nice little exercise, and we get to see some visual stuff here. So that's pretty much it for EX9 turtle polygon colors. Remember, when you're done, you could just share this and copy this link and paste it into the EX9 area of assignments and coursework.